right, welcome back to I Only Listen to 90s Music. We are back. Stacey and Scott, how you doing? Stacey, you have a story you would like to tell before we even jump into our illustrious amount of topics. Something happened in the streets. You have the floor, sweetheart.
So, I've been on vacation for quite some time. I decided to go back into civilization today. Had to get some blood work done, and I can go get that done at the Quest Diagnostics at a grocery store called Tom Thumb that we have here, right? So I was supposed to go on Friday, didn't go because lazy, right? Get my butt up today, I go. So I pull onto the parking lot. My appointment at Quest is at 10:40, right? So it's a parking lot with the grocery store on it. But it's also kind of like I ain't gonna say a strip mall, but like some other stuff is on that lot. So I come up, and as I'm coming up, I see on the aisle, I see a car backing out. And I'm like, oh, look at day. Look at God. I done found me a spot right in the front. So the car backs out and he pulls out. So as he pulls out, I pull into that spot. What I did not know was that there was a car that had been in that aisle waiting on that spot. Okay. So I pull into my thing, like pull into the spot, car honks at me. Fair enough. All right, yeah, fair enough. You got that off, right? So I put like literally. So I pull in, right? I got the hand on the steering wheel, put the car in park, right? I go to take the keys at the ignition. When I turn to my left to hit the door, the dude who I cut off or whose spot I took is at my door. Like he has come up on me. So like
the door of the whip of your car?
Yes. Like, so I'm getting out of my car, and then like I get out of my car, and he's like, why? He's like, literally, he is in like right next to me. So if I'm here, he's right here, like right there. And he's like, why are you so stupid? I said, pardon me. And he was like, why are you so fucking stupid? Didn't you see that I was sitting there waiting on that spot? No, I didn't see you. Sorry. Like I didn't see you. And then he was like, so I go to walk away, but he's still like, he's kind of like trying to like block me. And he says, he's like, fucking dumb bitch. He was like, if I was a female, I would slap you. I slap the fuck out of you right now.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I'm sorry. I got to go inside. I got to go in. So like, there are people who are like, it's white folks standing outside looking. And the guy, of course, is a young black male.
I would say, was he white?
No.
How was he about you? Did you look to you about
20s, early 20s, something like that, late 20s, like late 20s, early 20s, whatever, right? So I go inside to Quest Diagnostics, right? So I'm in there, got my appointment, everything, check in, blah 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 blah. So inside of like the grocery store reception is horrible anyway, right? When you get in, you got to get onto their Wi-Fi. But inside of Quest Diagnostics is even fucking worse because like it's all shoved in. So I'm in there. I try to text Big Sip, right, and I'm telling him what's going on. So wait a minute, because I have to pull up the text thread to explain how this goes. Right. So I text him, and it doesn't even go through as a text. It goes through like, because he has an iPhone, it goes through as a text. Well, it goes as a text message rather than through iMessage. Right. So at 10:48, I said at Tom Thumb, pulled into the lot, and the car was backing out. I pulled in, but apparently another car was waiting on the spot. I didn't see that car. I'll pull in. As I get out of my car, the driver of the car who didn't get the spot approaches me. He's gotten out of his car and walked up to me. So, I repeat everything. And I told him, I said, blah, blah, blah. He said, if I was a female, I would slap the fuck out of you, stupid ass bitch. I said, I went into the store. I'm in Quest Diagnostics. I don't know if he's in the store or not, or waiting on me on the lot. That was at 10:48. So again, that's when I sent it. It didn't even go through iMessage. It went through as a text, right? So Big Sip writes back at 10:53. He said, is the person still there? I said, 10:55. I said, I don't know. I'm in the lab. He's 10:55 writes back. He said, what car was it? And I'm like, I didn't see that one. And he wrote back. He said, almost there. What car was it? And I'm like, oh no, he has a black car. Now, so it doesn't.
You can see his location getting closer and closer.
Yeah. It clicked to me that he has said almost there. He's asking what car. He's like, so what car was it? And I'm like, so when he first says what car was it? And I'm like, I almost said my car, nigga. What are you talking about?
Like you have multiple cars.
Right, like I didn't take your, like I don't have your car. I have my car today. Like whatever. So And then what he's like, so yeah, he says, almost there. All right, let me get back to it. So he said, almost there. What car was it? And I said, he had a black car. So 11:01 is him saying almost there. Mind you, again, 10:48 is when I text. 11:01, almost there. What car was it? 11:02, I say he had a black car. 11:03, I'm leaving out of Quest Diagnostics. Now, Stacey, why are you leaving out so fast, right? You just had an appointment at 10:40, blah, blah, blah. I left because that man told me it was going to cost $237 to get my blood drawn. And I told him, no, thank you.
The insurance didn't cover it.
That's after insurance.
Oh, shit.
That's after insurance. The whole metabolic panel, all that stuff. I thought I only needed one test. I thought I just needed a little vitamin B1. He's like, well, that's in there. And he's like, well, do you just want to get the vitamin B1? And I'm like, no. I'm like, if I have to get everything, I'll get everything. I'm like, but I said, hold on. I'm like,
that's like going to get your car checked out.
Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, but anyway, so that's why I left so quickly. So again, leaving now, 11:03. Okay. As this is me walking from, so if you've been inside of a store that has a pharmacy, sometimes the pharmacy is on the other side of the store from the door. I walk through the aisle. Now I walk down, and what I'm doing is though, because I have to walk past all the aisles. I'm walking, but I'm also looking at every aisle to see if I see this dude in there. And I walk all the way up to the front. As I'm walking out the door, I see a white Malibu pull up. You know whose white Malibu that was? Big Sip. Because he said almost there. So between 10:48 and 11:03, that man was at that store. Now, the question is, where was he? Where was he? I don't know.
What the dude?
No, where was Big Sip? I said, because when he got there, I said, where were you at work? And he's like, yeah.
He's like, I'm on the clock now.
Right. Like he left, like he got there so quick. And I'm like, I said, because I know like he had just started a new job and I know it's not far from me, but I don't know where it is. But the fact that he got there that quick. And when I say that he was ready, that man.
And Texas, everything kind of far. So
okay. Right. So he was ready. So I'm like, he's like, so he walks in, he's like, is he in there? And I'm like, well, I didn't see him. And he's like, well, hold on, let's walk around. So I'm like, well, so I already walked past the aisles. Now we're gonna walk down these aisles. So now we're doing a perimeter again of the store. And he is looking, and I'm like, he's not.
Except doing recon now.
He's on recon, and I'm just like, he's not here. Like, because first off, it's pretty early in the day. It's Monday. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning in the suburbs. Like it wasn't packed. And so he's doing recon and everything. And then we get up to the front and he's like, all right, let's go. So we go outside. So get outside to my car. And that's when we see that what I thought was, like I said, the dude was going to do something to my car. Like he's going to do something to my car. And he did. He's either he spit on it or he poured coffee on it. He did something to it, but there was definitely a substance on the driver's side of my window when I walked back outside. So I got a picture of it. And then so
what if it was somebody else that didn't like you, Stacey? Was like, this is a perfect opportunity for me to make it look like it was somebody else.
Right. So Big Sip is like, we on the parking lot. Big Sip looking around a lot. He's like, you said it was a black car. So now he's looking at every black car. And I'm like, there's no one in that car. Like you can literally see there's no one in that black car. And it wasn't that one. Like I know it was a black or a dark car. That's what I can tell you. I can't tell you if it was a 4-door or a 2-door because the guy was sitting, like the car was in the aisle and he literally had hopped out with the door open to come over to me. Right. So, and then so Sip is like, so now we on a lot. And he was like, so you think that he went into Tom Thumb? You think he went into one of these other stores? Darling, I don't know.
He might be in Family Dollar.
Built to like I'm dead over the place. I mean, it's like a nail shop there. It's like a little brunch spot. Like I don't know, maybe he's in it. I don't know. I said, but I don't think he's still here. And then in my mind, it's like now that I'm out here and I'm with you, and if he essentially like when I walked out, you were standing there and you got out of your car and came up to me. I'm like, so if anybody is watching, they see that I'm with you now. They saw us going to the store. So if the dude is here, like, unless he finna roll up for real, he's not about to come over here. He's not gonna come back over. And Sip was like, yeah, okay. So he's just like, checking out the perimeter and everything. And then finally he's like, all right, he's like, well, you go on home and I'm going ahead and go back to work. Okay, fine. So it takes me a few minutes. Like, I like the place is like right up the street. I get home, get in, immediately grab, my work laptop and start working. Get a text message from Sip. He was like, I see that you're home, but are you okay? I didn't. So my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I was like, did you text him? Let him know you were home. I didn't let him know
that I was home. But like, he can see he can always see my location. And there's a reason for that. But like, even after like we stopped dating, like I never, he never stopped being able to see my location, because somebody needs to know where the hell I am and
at all times.
Right. And the fact, hell, he has proven that he can get here quick. He has proven that he can get here quick, because where the hell is his job at? Like, seriously.
He like the reverse of Tommy.
Is he like Tommy?
That's what I was just say. Is he like Tommy?
Well, I mean, so I know that his like the most of the places that he's worked have always been in like Irving or Las Colinas or something like that, not near me. And this place, he told me, he gave me the area where it was, and I was like, oh, okay, I know exactly where it is. But again, how quickly he got to me faster than I think it took for me to get from my house to the place in the first place. So it was like, but again, 10:48, I'm telling you this. So at 10:48, you were at work at your desk.
When he's stopping at the red lights.
Right. You were sitting at your desk. You wasn't already in the car. You were sitting at your desk. You got that text message, and he said he stood up and was like, I'll be back. And I'm like, you want to be me so bad. That's how I do it work. I'd be gone for like hours. Like, it'd be days. I'd be like, man, I have been gone for like 6 hours. I have got to get back to work.
You still in your first week.
Right. Like, hey, I have got to get back to work. So shout out to Big Sid, man. Like, yeah, it was like I said, and so he was pissed. Like, one, he was angry at the fact that the dude walked out me. And I'm like, yeah. So the thing is, I said, I know Drew said it to me before. Yeah, I remember Drew used to always say it to me about everybody wants me to have a weapon. They wants me to have like a weapon on me because I'm by myself all the time. Like, Drew was like, at least get pepper spray or something. I'm gonna get some of that bear spray on their asses. Watch that.
Oh, yeah, I heard bear spray.
I'm very interested in bear spray. I want one of those taser gun things that you like when you spray it, like the little things come out on you, because like with the other tasers, you gotta get them out. Like, I want the ones with the prongs.
That's the one the cops have, right?
Huh?
Yeah. That's the one the cops use.
Exactly. That's what I want, because again, if you come in here like with a regular taser, you have to get up on me for me to tase you. But like, nah, I need to stop you dead in your damn tracks.
You need the spreader.
Like,
and then third weapon of choice, which is actually the first weapon, but probably the hardest to get, is a flamethrower.
This goes. I mean, we'll talk about Diddy in a while. These are one of those conversations of like, where are you? What kind of people are you dealing with where you can get a flamethrower? Just like we said, like, to get someone to blow up a car, you have to be working in certain circles of people. So, Stacey, you do get a flamethrower, I'm going to start questioning you of like, who are you around to get a flamethrower?
If you have learned nothing about me, if you've learned nothing about me, you know that I'm a woman of many resources.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, where did you have to go find this flamethrower?
Rumor has
it Amazon and buy a flamethrower.
Rumor has it is that it's legal in the state of Texas, and I can get one.
Yeah, it's like 3 states you can get them in.
Rumor has it is that I can have a flamethrower.
Texas is one of them.
Rumor has it is that I can have a flamethrower. So, but to that point, with dude, the way that he came up on me, even if I'd have had something under the seat, he'd have got me before I'd have got him. Like, that's how quickly, like, literally, like, it goes from you honking at me putting the car in park, and when I look up, you're right there at the door. Because who the hell knew that you were going to put your car in park in the middle of the damn aisle? How about with your door open?
In the states except for California and Maryland. Flamethrower is only illegal in California and Maryland. Well, damn.
I've done my research. Like I said, it just may be a little bit more difficult to obtain. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you?
Like, I'm just saying, it just may be harder to get. But
okay, it's okay. You can. Oh wow. There's a flamethrower.com called throwflame.com. It's a whole company. Just
it's a flamethrower community.
I did not know this. I thought maybe it's not as nefarious as I thought to get a flamethrower.
Yeah, I've seen some TikToks on them flamethrowers.
I've done my research. I've been gathering the data. Okay, I'm working on something.
They really go crazy in Africa with them.
Look,
really?
I forgot what country. It's one of the countries in Africa they use them.
I'm saying it. Like I said, the bear spray, I can definitely go with that. Definitely do that. That'll get you off of me. Like I said, the taser, but the flamethrower, oh yeah, that'll stop you.
Oh, they got different levels that are a little bit smaller.
That'll stop you good. That'll stop you good. Yeah. Walk up on me if you want.
Oh no. Hey, they got a drone version, like a little dog that'll go out and blow fire for you, like a little small dog on this website.
Say less.
Go sick them down. Sick them.
Go sick them.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. Wow. All I'm saying, if John Wick would have had that dog,
it's 10,000. They call him the Terminator. It's 10,000 for him.
That's what I'm saying. The flamethrower, they're just a little bit more expensive, you know, and that's why I said it's going to be a little bit more difficult to obtain.
I'm putting the link in the private chat. Y'all got to see this.
I'm gonna get it, but so either way, like I said, as mentioned, shout out to Big Sip, for being there to protect and serve. Like I said, was there so quick. Like,
shout out to you, Big Sip. That's what you're supposed to be doing, brother. We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate on the clock on both jobs.
Right.
Right. Like, but what he's about to go.
One job that you never off the clock.
Right. And he was at first, and then the reality is, though, I think he was actually disappointed that he didn't get to fight somebody.
He wanted to come back to work with his shirt all unbuttoned.
Right, and the reason I say that is because he said, damn, I thought I was going to get to fuck somebody up today. Sorry?
You should have hit me up earlier. That 2 minutes, I would have got him.
Man, like, it's my bad. But, like, yeah, it's, but let me say this. I also get that, though. Like, just that we owe. Ain't nobody had a fight in a long time. Okay, we ain't had a fight in a long time.
Stacey, does Big Sip smoke black and milds?
No, but
are you used to?
I feel like at some point in life he did.
He had a black and mild era.
I feel like there was a black and mild era. Like now he does love cigars. Like he has a humidor and all of that in the house. Like there's I have a cigar cutter here that I keep in my house in case he wants to smoke or something. So he does love cigars, but he may you may have had a black and mild phase. Like I've told him about mine, but I always tell him but I said, but you don't get it. And he's like, no, I get it. You smoked. I'm like, no, you don't. I said, you'll never understand the brand loyalty between me and Black and Mild. Like you was the only person sitting in the box top. Right, like I said, like they were like, I have gifts in this house.
Didn't you get a robe? Didn't you get like a robe? Or
yeah, I have a robe. The robe was in another room. The robe was in my closet in my bedroom. Like I got a robe. I had what was the little kit that they gave me? It was a little cocktail kit for making an old fashioned. I had ashtrays. There's a lighter around here somewhere. I don't remember where I put it, but there's a lighter that I got around here somewhere. Yeah, the good people of Middleton Black and Mild treated me well. Okay, like I don't have nothing negative to say about the good people over at Middleton Black and Mild. Now I can't. I had to let it go. I had to let go of that narcotic, but. They treated me good. We had a good time together. So.
Some fun time.
Before we move on, I just want to let people to know that they don't need to let nobody in the streets get this Terminator. It's a motion activated and it's 30 feet and it'll just roam around and just burn.
You know what though? I feel like I've seen this before.
This is dangerous. It has an hour battery.
I've seen it before. Like either I've seen it before or it reminds me of Transformers.
I'm just thinking about what if you in a gunfight with some cats and they just throw it, they get out the car with one of these and just send it at you.
No, like the problem is with that, because it's a little robotic looking thing. I feel like let me say this: I want the dog to spray fire at people, but I also don't want someone to just be all up on it, and they shouldn't be the one to get sprayed with fire. If that makes sense, like I just don't.
Oh, like it's an accident because he just taking out ananybody that's motion in front of him,
or just like, whatever, right? So like maybe it's like whatever it is. I think too many people you'd be too curious about it, right? Yeah. I want to scare you off. I ain't trying to. Now the one that's in the house. Like
they need an AI version.
Yeah, like now there's a little doggy thing outside. Hey, whatever. The one in the house, I need to figure out what those settings are.
Because that's different.
That's a little different. I need to figure something out. But yes, flamethrower. Because I promise.
We're going to start a show about
hey, imagine Stacey with a flamethrower in a box Chevy.
Yeah.
The streets will never be the same.
Nope. Never be the same. And
her flamethrower dog and her flamethrower backpack at the same time.
And then
hey, guess what she got in the passenger seat? A Bible.
You already know. You already know. Throwing like if I'm not throwing the flamethrower, I might throw that Bible at you because the word is powerful, and you want to like you're trying to do. But because Tiff said something about speakers in the trunk, and I'm like, I don't care about speakers. I gotta put a little system or something in there. So I be coming down the street with this flamethrower in my box Chevy with a Bible on the seat, playing a song that has nothing to do with anything. I'm coming down the street playing Hall & Oates. Because that's what I'm on today. Right? I'm playing sales now.
And on Sunday, she's gonna be playing Pure Soul, We Must Be in Love.
Just singing along.
When they came out, they version Stairway to Heaven. Pure Soul did. They redid.
I forgot about that version. Yeah. I just remember the wedding song. We Must Be in Love.
That's like as soon as you mention that song, I can feel my hair turning into a French roll, like it started.
Now I gotta pull up Pure Soul now.
We must be.
Dang, they was only together 3 years. Damn, that was a grand opening, grand closing for a group.
They wasn't in love.
Yeah. That's true. Obviously, and then somebody else took their name over and made a website.
Pure Soul.
Man, we had a resounding passing away of the great Quincy Jones this morning. There's a part of me. He lived to 91 years old. Like if you get to 91, you had
he lived his life.
But I felt like I need like 4 or 5 more years from him, and just to get him online, just get them talking, because he would just be spilling stuff like, such and such did this. I just needed a little bit more than that.
Well, it was about to start, but then his daughter was like, "Nah, Daddy, come on."
Right.
Yeah, that's because sometimes you got to get your parents off of the TV screen, and you got to take Paul's keys away. And that's what happened with Quincy. We had to take Paul's keys away. That's it.
And did you watch the documentary?
I have not. Yeah, and so
he was getting mad at them because they hit his vodka. He was like, I know my vodka was over here.
I've heard so much about it, and I wanted to watch it, and it's been on my list to watch on Netflix. And then last night, when I got the notification that he passed, it was like, oh man, I should totally watch the documentary now. But I was not awake enough for it, like at all. And I'm like, yeah, as soon as if I make it through the opening credits, it'll be a miracle. Like I can't. And even today, I've been just so busy today, like I didn't have time. So probably later on when we get done, then I'll watch because I want to give it the attention that I need to give it. But it's with Quincy, like he's been around like always, right? Like he was young and was with the greats. And then the instrumentals or the things that he's done that I had no idea were him. Right. And how did I find out that it was something that he did recently? It was the L Varner from not L Varner, from Kill Bill, L Driver, her theme, right? Was looking for it for a reel. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? I don't know how to describe it. So I'm trying to type it in and blah, blah, blah. Wait, Quincy Jones? The fuck? Yeah. Bullshit. So, and then going down that rabbit hole and realizing like, man, like what is that? What are those royalties? Like, what is that?
What's that old? Well, I don't know the original, but that song they was using in Austin Powers.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's like again, so I'm saying, what are those royalties like?
All them TV show theme songs.
He produced 24 soundtracks for movies.
Right, like I said, soundtracks.
24
soundtracks. So you got soundtracks, one, right? So soundtracks. You have the albums, like I said, but just those sounds, those that we, like I said, that Austin, like we know it from Austin Powers and don't even realize that, no, it was something else before that. Like, I mean, fine, it's a sample, but like Quincy Jones did it, but what was it originally for? Like, it's, what the hell? Like, it's I feel like when I started learning more about Dionne Warwick. Well, yes,
and all the people that remade a whole bunch of her stuff.
Yeah, like with Dionne Warwick, I think with her, I think I just had no idea about what she had done. Quincy, you at least you know, but then you just continue to learn more. Like, oh shit, he did that too. So definitely there was a huge loss in music and other just in entertainment. With Quincy.
We'll never see a producer like that ever again. He had the ability to cross genres too, though.
Yeah.
You know, and he was literally everywhere. And I think one of the things I think that Quincy doesn't get enough credit for is being able to evolve, and he kept up with a lot of younger people's music too. Like, I don't know if you guys even knew this, but that Back to the Block album, a lot of people hate, like the older people hated that album. And that was joints. That was fully when I kind of got into understanding who Quincy Jones was post Thriller and Mike stuff. Like, you gotta remember on there, I'll Be Good to You is on there. Secret Garden is on there. Yeah. Devin Campbell, Tomorrow is on there.
Yeah, so Tomorrow, I guess for me, it's weird to say that's my introduction to Quincy Jones. Like, growing up, I'd heard his name. I knew that he did stuff.
That Back to the Block album for our age is our introduction.
Yeah, so but Tomorrow, for me, Tomorrow is Tevin Campbell's song, right? But then, you know, you get older, you be like, Quincy Jones, why is it that? Or with Tamia, with You Put a Move in My Heart. That's Tamia's song, but not realizing that that's on Q's Juke joint. So, Tomorrow was the introduction, but me not realizing it, Q's Juke joint was absolutely the introduction to Quincy Jones for me.
Yeah, but at that time, a lot of the jazz and music and like purists were like, "Why are you chasing this young sound?" But that sound was in the pocket of what was going on then. Like literally, then he had Big Daddy Kane on there, Ice-T. He was reaching out to younger. Huh?
Was Heavy D on? Wasn't Heavy D on there?
Ooh, was Heavy D on that album?
I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing.
I know that he took a lot of backlash for that, but
Yeah.
you got to think about like with that album. No, that album has hits on that for that era, for the 80s hits.
Yep.
And they are Quincy Jones songs. You know, he's what DJ Khaled wish he could be. Is that what's
then with starting Vibe magazine?
Starting Vibe magazine, yes.
This album came out 89 back on the block. So, well, this is what I'll say is that there was a transition. Old heads were pissed anyway because there was a transition in music from between 89 to, we'll say 89 to 91. That time frame there's a huge transition in music. Because think about, like, by the time 91 comes, we're New Jack swinging it. So that's Joe. I mean, well, I'm gonna say no. We're coming out of New Jack Swing.
No, we're going into it in 89.
Yeah, we're going into it. So so Jodeci, so 91 is Jodeci.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, so you can either continue to evolve or stay stagnant. And you when you continue to evolve, you have that longevity. If he never tried to evolve, we wouldn't have gotten Off the Wall. We wouldn't have gotten Thriller. If there was
maybe I speak from you all and said not evolving, like trying to do what they're doing, but you're staying within the sound of the time, not like how like some rappers now be like, well, I need to do a trap song. That's not what she's
saying. Right. No, not at all. No, just the evolution of this is what we've been doing. Why don't we try this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like normally we use this key, but what if I do that button? What happens?
But he had regular jazz songs on this album too, so it wasn't like he left that. You know, they just didn't like. You know, I remember old heads not liking "I'll Be Good to You," and I loved that song when I was a kid with Chaka Khan and Ray Charles, and they were like, "Oh man, they got all this hippity bippity in there," you know. And I'm like, "I'll be good to you," and they be like, "Oh man, they got Chaka Khan on Earth that blind man."
Old heads got a Tupac CD in their car.
Yeah, you know they do though. That's the part of it they won't tell you. They got their Me Against the World.
I love Tupac. That's my mama. I love Tupac. Like she like I'm telling you, if every year on Mother's Day, I can just play Dear Mama for her. Straight. We're good.
Girl, you made my day.
She loves it. She loves that song. She absolutely loves Dear Mama.
I mean, then think about we're talking about our age group. I mean, I think about it. Started Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, helped get that off the ground, and into its own thing. Like Scott said, Vibe magazine, the Vibe Awards that were bigger than the TV show Vibe. Y'all remember that? Yeah, with Chris Spencer, and then with later on Sinbad or whatever. He just always wasn't stagnant. He just wasn't like, oh, I don't want to listen. And they said that he was just like, yo, so what's going on with y'all? Like, what's going? Like, let me know what's going on. Like, I'm just want to listen to you all talk about your music and what's going on now. And he would put his different slant on it. And he was super open, at least from what I've read about him, that he was super open to changes and open to evolution, which makes him one of the best producers of all time. I mean,
yeah. I shared a video in the group earlier about he was saying Michael Jackson wanted to take the violins off of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And he was like, no, it's staying.
Those sessions are those are those things that like I wouldn't like Quincy to tell them stories like that.
Right. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I wish we could see. Right. So like when they had the Thriller and a little documentary about the album and everything, like I wanted so much more because I just wanted to see more behind the scenes with it. Like I want to see those sessions. I want to see like because Mike was shady as hell and funny. Mike was funny and shady, but he knew what the hell he was talking about. And so I would love to have seen him and Quincy going back and forth about what Mike thought was right and Quincy thought was right, but knowing that it was not conflict, right? These are just two people disagreeing, but we're gonna make this album. Like the album gonna come out. We're gonna do we gonna call this shit off, right? Like this is it. So I would love to see more behind being able to see more behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, because he had to trick Michael into Human Nature. It's a whole story. He had to trick him into it because the group Toto wrote it originally. Yeah, and he was like, no, and then he had heard about it. Well, originally Quincy, somebody was playing it in the background while he called on the. It was like somebody called him on voicemail and old answer machine tape, and someone was playing something in the background while they were calling Quincy, and he only called them back because of what he heard in the background.
I don't care.
And it was Toto's version of Human Nature. Yeah, it was Toto's version of Human Nature, and he's like, "Hey, whatever you talking about is bullshit. What was you playing in the background when you called me?" Oh man, that's Toto.
Yeah, I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah, whatever you get, whatever you want. You need $20,000, you got it. Anyway, what's that song behind you? He was like, oh, it's Toto. Oh, and he was like, shit, I can't tell Michael Toto wrote this. So he had them rewrite part of it and just giving them demo version. And Mike was like, oh, this is just amazing. And then he'd already recorded it, and he was like, yeah, them brothers Toto wrote it. He was like, you got me again, Quincy. You got me. Because he wouldn't have picked up Toto. They did that song after.
Mike didn't work with Quincy on Bad, did he?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why necessarily. I mean, I think Mike was trying to update his sound.
Yeah, he was trying to do something different himself.
I love Quincy was a straight shooter. There's a Will Smith in his book when he talks about his divorce from his first wife, and he didn't Quincy told him, look, give her half and move the fuck on with your life. You'll get that money back. Give her half, move on. And Will was like, no, Quincy said, Nick.
Oh no. Ain't no Mike did Quincy did produce all the Bad.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's like, give her half. He was like, look, he's like, now your kid's gonna have 2 Christmases. Give her half, move on. And he's like, and he and Will end up fighting his ex-wife on the divorce, and out of pride, right? Just didn't have, and then going all that back and forth, and then finally we talked to Quincy, and Quincy's like, nigga, didn't I tell your ass what to do? Because you're gonna get them, give her half, you're gonna get that money back. Move the fuck on. But I've heard so many stories like that about you get Quincy on the phone. Quincy is like, nah, nigga, do this, do that, do that. Bye. He's like, nah, they said do what now? Nah, you ain't gotta do none of that shit. I gotta do is do that. All right. He's done talking, he's done. In and out.
I didn't know Al B. Shore named his son after him.
Mm-hmm. Quincy Jones is the Godfather. Quincy Jones is the Godfather.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Quincy Delight Jones Jr.
Also, he's the second.
There is a Quincy Delight Jones Senior.
Is that QD3?
No, QD3 is the third. That's the and
that's and there is a Quincy Delight.
He
Jones
produced Tupac.
The third.
QD3 produced Tupac. He's got he's got a couple of dope Tupac songs, and he produced. Remember those Beef DVDs?
Yeah, that's why I
that's
say
QD3.
QD3 on it.
Yeah, that's QD3. That's Quincy Jones' son.
Did he do some beats for some theme show songs?
Yeah, QD3. QD3. Oh no, you talking about Quincy Jones did Stanford and Son.
No, I'm talking about his son.
I know what you're asking. He did. What did I just see? I thought I just saw something. You did Strawberry Letter 23 on Tevin Campbell's first album.
Quincy Jones.
You did Backseat of My Jeep.
QD3 did? Oh.
But you remember LL used to date Quincy's daughter.
Yep. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
He did Yo-Yo's album.
He did the whole album.
He did possibly my favorite Ice Cube song. You know how we do it.
Ooh.
I always thought that was DJ Pooh.
Right. And Bop Gun. And Bob, don't ask why I like that fucking song. I like Bop Gun. Just do. Just did.
Is it the George Clinton Funkadelic feel?
Yeah, the Hey Man.
Okay, we all know that I might have been slightly fast as a child. Okay, as a teenager. In the video, there's a scene. There's a girl. She's standing there with Ice Cube. I think she let's say she has her hand like on his. Maybe it's Ice Cube, maybe it's not. Doesn't matter. Point is that she stands there. She takes her leg. She holds her leg up. And then starts dancing with her leg up, like so she's doing like a split in the air. That's how I learned how to do that. Because I saw her do it, and I was like, "Can I do that?"
One leg up.
Like, so I learned to do it then. So, I mean, at that time, I probably was like 11, 12, something like that. And like, so you learn how to do that, and then, I mean, at 43, I get that leg up there, it ain't coming back. That's it. That's my new. That's how I live now. Like my legs, just that's it. That's how I'm stuck. We ain't gonna do that. But yeah, he has some songs that he.
Hey, QD3 took advantage of his sister, whoever his sister was dating, or whoever Kadana was dating, and was like, and got cool with them even if they broke up. Like you still got hot beats.
Pac, I know you and my sister broke up, but I still got these beats. I know you said you liked.
I still got these beats.
I still got these beats.
Man, yeah.
I still got these beats. No, but he's a part of the new Pac documentary that came out too. He was.
Yeah, I'm saying like the fact that he was still doing Tupac production in 2006 is worrisome, but it's fine.
No, that was stuff that was already done that they redid. Remember in all them Machiavelli CDs of all them vocals, that was a lot of QD3 songs.
Yeah,
that just got remixed. Then they probably giving him credit for stuff he did, but when Pac was alive.
Yeah, I know, like the QD3. I used to see it not all the time, but on some credits though.
Yeah, which was smart the way he marketed his name, not to like really attach himself to his dad fully, because he can make his own name. Because you just see QD3, you don't think about like, oh, he got hooked up because his dad. You just like, oh, that's kind of a dope little producer name, QD3. All right,
it is.
Yeah, man, Quincy Jones. We ain't gonna see them no more. Now we got DJ Khaled.
All right. With Quincy Jones, being the greatest ever, who in hip hop would be the closest to having a Quincy Jones career? I think Pharrell.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right.
I would say,
is it Dre? Is it Dre? Is it Dre?
So I need some criteria. So what are we looking at? Are we looking at does it become overall influence? You created, I mean, it's a longevity, is it?
Well, I'm just saying just overall, not longevity, just work with more people outside of hip hop. I don't know. I think Pharrell worked with more outside of hip hop than Dre. Not shitting on Dre, but
No. You're not wrong. I think we'll never have another Quincy. I think Pharrell could. No, I think Pharrell has the. What's the word? I don't know what the word. The vision to do it.
Yeah,
I think that he has the vision to do it. Just the idea of not being afraid to work with other artists.
I'm praised there for the longevity,
Yeah, I think that Pharrell could, years and years and years from now. Like, it just depends on what he continues to do. But I think the visionary piece of it, I think that even what Pharrell did with the Neptune, I mean, all of that, I think that's there. Would he be able to? Who knows? But I think that vision is there, because there's something to be said about people who. That's funny because Quincy has his name on everything, but he's not the one in the front. Mm-hmm. So yeah, my name on here. Like, this is Quincy Jones featured to me, but I ain't saying shit, right? But but like I said, it's something to be said about people who can let the other person shine and take that backseat and be able to be like, and just be satisfied with. Now it's not.
It not being DJ Khaled. You know what is DJ Khaled little thing?
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Putting other people on.
Classic. Like, he got to talk on, like, Quincy. You didn't even know it was Quincy. Like you said, you didn't thought Tevin Campbell's that song was not anyone like Quincy was on there.
Khaled tries to be like Puff, you know, with the talking on the record and stuff. Yeah,
no. Sometimes I don't need you on tomorrow. I didn't need Quincy Jones being like, "This is for tomorrow," and then having Tevin Campbell going to. We didn't need that.
Especially when it doesn't add anything. When your little ad libs add nothing of substance to the song, right? Like, at least with Kirk Franklin, Kirk just tells you what the next line of the song is, which is very helpful if you're in the choir.
Oh,
because everybody ain't got closed caption on their TV.
Especially in '96 when Melody never came out.
Hey, please understand, in the choir, sometimes some of them songs start sounding the same, okay? Or some of the lines are the same. So you got Kirk, who just lets you know real quick what that next line is. That's it. And it's like, thank you, Kirk.
Who? So you were saying Pharrell? Is Pharrell the answer in this? It seems like it. In the overall, I mean,
I'm just out of hip hop producers.
Right? No. I'm talking about hip hop. Yeah. I mean, could will.i.am be in this discussion a little bit?
Or Timbaland? I don't know.
I mean, it's just gonna be so hard for a rap artist because, I mean, our hip hop person that started in hip hop, because our idea of a producer is the person that makes the beat only. Mm-hmm. And other genres, me constructing the song and arranging, I am the producer. But in our culture, it's the beat maker.
Right. And that's a topic for in a little bit. But
I got the video queued up whenever y'all ready.
But yeah, no, I think so. Like I said, not shitting on will.i.am and the production that he's done for a certain artist. I think I would love to hear from the audience, but I think it may be Pharrell. Like I said, and again, it's more or less the vision of wanting to be able to transcend different genres and have that longevity and not just only do one thing. And yeah, so not to say that will.i.am has not done that. Not to say that, who else did we say? It was another producer who said
Drake. We had Drake.
Drake or Timbaland. Not to say that they haven't, but I think there's a different way that Pharrell has done it. And so like I said again, I think if you wanted to play the game of who's going to carry on my legacy, right? If Quincy had to pick a successor for his work, out of those three that we just named, I'd pick Pharrell over the other ones.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, finally, before we got to the next topic, how is this funeral for this?
I'm about to call off work.
No, I'm talking about people thinking they're supposed to get invited. But what if Quincy has his own list of cats, like, make sure that these people don't show up, but some people may have passed, but like, so they scratched out, but it's like 3 or 4 people left and they don't remember that he ain't like them in 78 and they still try to show up because he's that type of dude like that. It'd be like, I didn't like XYZ person. That's why I never worked with them. They had a bad attitude. Rashida and Kadada, make sure that they don't come to my funeral.
Rashida's not going to do it, but Kadada will.
Which one is the actress? I get it mixed.
Rashida.
Okay.
Rashida. Nah, and the other one.
Rashida's the more and I'm not saying that is this. I'm just saying
she's older one, right?
Yeah, and she's like kind of the state carrier, like all in documentary. She's the one making sure Daddy gets this, he needs this. He's kind of
that's who he was staying with.
Yeah.
like the other daughter, that's the one that was with Tupac. That was with
and she got a Tupac tattoo on her arm, a big one.
Right. So again, not to say that she
they were dating when he died, weren't they?
Yeah, she was in a hotel room.
Yeah.
She was in a hotel room, yeah. And then QD3, I think he's like over in Europe or something. Their son, because the son never take care of the daddy. So,
yeah, the son go off and do other things, just make a bunch of kids.
Yep. So next up, since we were talking about Dr. Dre and Snoop are coming out with a new album together. And they were on Stephen A. Smith's show, and I'm surprised Dre said this out in public because Dre don't really talk out in public about stuff, and he was very, very upset. I felt like with this, and he talks about how he doesn't like a whole bunch of producers on an album, and then there was a little bit of backlash, and we'll talk about that in a second.
The fact that there's like 9 different producers on one album, I like the idea of one producer on one album. The continuity is everything.
Yeah, where did that come from? Where did it come from where you got cats that want to be with 9 different producers on one album and stuff like that? When the hell did that start?
I don't know.
Just before we continue, did y'all see Snoop just ash out just on the random floor? Not in like a ashtray, he ashed out on the floor.
Because fuck it, that's why.
That's the first time I've seen this. I mean, I'm not the first time I've seen this, but I didn't trip off that. He just literally went over his ash on the side.
Because fuck it, that's why.
No, I don't know, but I don't like it. If you're a producer, you should be able to produce the entire album. That's what I thought it was supposed to be.
Right.
That's what I was doing at the beginning.
There's a lot of beat makers though, Doc. That's what the difference between your era and this era is, that there aren't too many producers as much as there are beat makers. It's so easy to make beats. They're giving you all these computer package that has the drum loop, y'all had to make the loop.
I feel like it's a change that's happening right now, from all this mumble rap thing and everything that's happening right now. There's somebody in somebody's garage that's happening right now that's going to be the next Snoop or Dre or next Prince or Michael Jackson or whatever that's coming.
All right. So, some people, Diamond D, the beginning of the Craze Crew said, why is Dre even talking about all this stuff when most of his production is up for questioning that other people produced it?
With the Scott Storches and
DJ Quick, Das, but that's not what this discussion is. Diamond D just jumped out on that, but then a lot of people are saying they agree with Dre that people do need to have a cohesive. Metro Boomin agreed with them, which is interesting. He's a younger gentleman, and he was like, we do that.
That's really basically what Metro Boomin been on.
But and then I realized, I was like, oh, that's exactly what he does. He don't really just be throwing tracks out there. He's like, either doing a fucking whole album with me or not.
Like, if Young Metro don't trust you, he ain't working.
I think that's the point of having an album, is to have that cohesion. You're not just throwing out a single, you're throwing out a cohesive album. So as somebody who watches Project Runway, right? One of the biggest things that they talk about, the final challenge is for them to present at New York Fashion Week, and you have to create a collection of clothes that is a cohesive collection of things. Or even if they have a group challenge or whatever, everybody making their own clothes, but it has to still be cohesive. And if you have all these different people working on an album, is there going to be that cohesion? Now, if it's a team of producers, like if that's, if you got if it's Neptunes or something like that, hey, that's on them. They already have their cohesion. They're going to bring it to you, but you shouldn't have, your album should tell a story, Like unless it should tell one whole, one story. It should be a collection of short stories that come to one whole thing, not 7 different books. Like, wait, what is this book about? What's this book about? This book different. It's a horror story. It's Stephen King right here, but this one, right here, like, it's Judy Blume. I don't understand what the hell this album's doing. So, and I think to Snoop's point, they are beat makers rather than people who are actual producers and who understand what production is. And for all hate him or love him, Sean Combs is not a beat maker, but he's a producer. But he's a producer, and he understands what it takes to put an album together and how to create a cohesive project and package it and put it out there. So that's that difference of how that goes. And I think we look at production differently in hip hop than we do in the way the other genres look at it.
And I think that because I was trying to think, I was like, what was like the first time it was like an assortment of producers? The first time, I think the thing that started it was low key, it was Nas's first album. Because Nas's whole thing was like all these different producers wanted to work with him on his one album. He was the golden child. It was everybody on. You had Q-Tip on there. You had Pete Rock. You had Large Professor.
Premier.
Yeah, that's like which was one of the first albums where it was just like all these guys wanted to be a part of this, but it kind of went on steroids from there, and it was like, oh, well, everyone needs to have multiple different producers on the album. But if you look at some of the best albums, sans that, and maybe it's a few other ones, most of them have one producer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most of them have one producer throughout that. Even some about Nas' best stuff lately has been all with Hit Boy, where it's like, yo, I'm locking in with
Boy.
Yeah, I'm locking in with him and just getting the song.
None of Jay-Z albums have just one producer. He has multiple on pretty much all his albums.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm literally sitting here thinking about this, right? And I'm thinking about watching fucking Black Album or Fade to Black and watching him with Pharrell, watching him with Kanye, watching him with Timberland, watching him pick the beats and go through all of that. And I'm like, so now
I will give the blueprint a little change up though on y'all with this. All those producers were in his camp at least at that time for Blueprint. They were all Rockefeller signees.
Except, he had 2 beats we had one with Eminem and one with Dre. Those were
right. Everybody else was in Rockefeller.
Kanye and Just Black.
Right. So does that count? I guess if everybody's in your camp, because you kind of can control the sound if everybody is in your group.
And then his best albums.
Yeah.
Define who's in my camp.
You're signed to Rockefeller.
Basically Just Blaze and Kanye.
And Just Blaze. Not Just Blaze and Young Guru.
Okay, so all right. All right, so fine. So those are in-house producers.
Yep.
Fine. Now, so cool. All right. I'm just double checking some stuff. Because it's with Snoop not liking it. I'm just looking at how many people were on some of his albums.
Oh yeah. Besides what Doggy Style, he's got a assortment, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Daz and
Trey. Maybe No Limit, No Limit, a lot of beats about a pound.
Well, so on Rhythm and Gangsta, The Alchemist, Neptunes, Baby Dub, Superfly, Mr. Porter, Ron Browse, LT Hutton, High Tech.
Look at the Ron Browse era that we didn't need.
Yeah, I'm jumping out the
window. Oh man, I hate it. Oh my god, I hate the Ron Browse era.
He did Did he do the Ether beat?
He did the Ether beat, but he didn't. I'm talking him on hooks. With
his songs was terrible. I hated that Ryan Browse era, man.
Oh man, it was like a 6 month to a year period that before when we was outside, 07, 08?
Close to a year.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka kind of got him out of there. Waka Flocka and Young Dro kind of got him up out
there. Yeah, that Ron Brown's.
Oh, wait, Pop Champagne is him?
Ron Browse.
Yeah, the dude with the auto-tune. He had the auto-tune voice.
You know, I don't know who the hell people are, but but the song, fucking Brandon fucking loved Pop Champagne. It was a fucking ringtone on his phone. If people called him, he wouldn't answer because the song would be playing and he'd be jamming to the song. Answer the goddamn phone. Like, so I fuck Pop Champagne. That's not show me nuts. I'm like, oh my God.
Ron Browse had a little 1 year run.
Yeah. Like where he was like on everything, man. It was most
A-Rab money.
What was it? The A-Rab money?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spending A-Rab money.
The fact that was allowed.
Yeah, I know. And did y'all see remember the video?
I didn't see the video.
Oh, we couldn't do that. Look, it's a whole bunch of guys in turbans and stuff like throwing up money
like they in the desert.
Yes, and like in a back. And oh man,
yeah, it was wild. 2009 was crazy.
No, that's 8. So Ron Browse had all 8. I'm looking it up now. So he had 2008. He ain't got nothing we know after 08.
Because you know what? I noticed when he started, he was like the hip hop version of the Dream. That's what he kind of reminded me of.
Yes.
Because he dressed like him too.
Dream. The East Coast Dream. He's the East Coast Dream.
Yeah, man. They wear the hats and the blazers.
Yep. And look, all these songs that were popping with all East Coast artists. So like I said, he was a regional thing that kind of jumped off.
Big in New York. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, now I will give him props. He did do Ebonics by Big L, which is one of my favorite Big L songs. He did Ether.
Yeah. The Nine.
Oh, he did a few joints. But he got some good production joints. Is this when he start putting himself on the records is when it got out there bad.
Yeah, man. You need to just sit down, just make them beats.
Yeah, man. So do y'all I mean, as we wrap up with this one, are y'all excited about this Snoop Dr. Dre album? I believe they just dropped a single too. You're not at all, Stacey?
I'm just ready to listen to it when it come out.
Like, we'll see what happens. I'm not.
Yeah. This is when it's been like 30 years.
Doggy Style.
I'm just
94, 94.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm more excited about the Yacht Rock documentary that's about to come out.
Oh,
that's kind of carrying it on.
And just to kind of get on, it's a Yacht Rock doc.
A soft rock documentary.
Yeah, at the end of the month.
Oh,
and the one on John Williams, the classical dude.
Yeah,
movie soundtracks. It's a doc on him too.
Yeah.
What's the name of the soft rock one coming out?
Yacht Rock, a documentary.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Yacht Rock.
The documentary is spelled DOCK, so it's going to be on HBO.
Oh, I'm on this.
Yeah.
This is my kind of carrying on.
Like right around Thanksgiving too, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm Stacey is extremely excited about
Michael McDonald. Yeah,
I just found out what it was. I didn't know the name of it. I just call it the cool white people music.
So for me it was always soft rock. Like St. Louis 102.5 soft rock KZK. Delilah, who is on TikTok by the way. But I just started hearing yacht rock within the last year or two. And I actually heard it on an episode of Family Guy. That's where I heard it the first time.
I heard it first technically from what was the show where they was making fun of Soul Train. It was good, man.
Oh, I know. With the dude from Southside.
Yes. They did it on their first like 3 years ago. And they did a whole yacht rock song and everything. It was like Del Rey, Marina Del Rey. I want to see you in Marina Del Rey. And they did a whole spoof of, I gotta find it was a Sherman Showcase.
Sherman Showcase. Think of it, man.
That's on. That's still streaming somewhere.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I'm like, I just saw that somewhere. when I was scrolling, doom scrolling in the middle of the night one night.
Yeah, I know Outside got canceled.
They have a whole their whole soundtrack is on Spotify and stuff, but all the songs.
Hey, I listen to all that shit anyway.
Yeah.
I already listened to it all day anyway. That's already what I listen to. Stacey already listens to soft rock. And I always say this, like any guy who dates me, when I start playing my shit, if you don't sing along,
so
gotta get out.
Like
we talking about soft rock though. Stacey, you brought this to the forefront. We have to give a props in a segment to the great Jesse Frederick, who wrote all the songs and performed all the songs for TGI Fridays. Here we go.
Not TGI Fridays.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Dream got broken, seemed like all was lost. What would be the future? Could you pay the cost? You wonder, will there ever be a second time around? Oh, when the tears are out.
Shout out to the great.
Hey, shout out to Mark Curry for like, hold on, let me get info for mine.
And you know what? I wonder if they was like, "Hey, Jesse busy. Does anybody know anybody that can sing a song?" And he was like, "Cool. Since he's busy, I have this other group in Vogue."
You gonna get Jesse and the Ripples.
Hey, look. Jesse was up like he.
Holy shit! Wait a minute! I didn't know that he also did Perfect Strangers.
That's what I said. He's the king of TGIF.
Yeah, he did all the ABC shows pretty much.
I think they used to had a contract with them, and they would just be like, "Hey, we got a new show called Step by Step. All right, I got you. Perfect Strangers, I got you."
Pretty much that. Like they was like, we need like Alan Thicke's gone. We need something.
Alan Thicke is gone. We need somebody.
Like we need something. All right, like so.
Freddie working with his son.
His son been singing with them boys.
Right. I don't think I ain't right no more like he used to. So for the people that don't know, Robin Thicke's father, Alan Thicke, Dr. Jason Seaver on Growing Pains wrote the theme for It Just Left My Damn Head.
I know Different Strokes.
He did Different Strokes.
Yeah, it's him singing on the Different Strokes song.
Oh, wait a minute.
He did Getting By. Y'all remember the show Getting By? That was on TGIF?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's another. What the fuck is the other songs that drive me crazy?
With Merlin Santana, we talked about weeks back. And Deion Richmond, who was like one of those people that like, man, what happened to him type feels too, even now.
He did Different Strokes, The Facts of Life. Billboard, not today. Different Strokes, Facts of Life. What did he do for Wheel of Fortune? Wait a minute.
As I'm saying, this man.
Yeah, already getting them game show money.
The game show money, good ones.
Listen, that shit gonna go forever. But maybe it was Different Strokes, and I'm thinking. But I feel like there's another song that he did. Maybe he didn't. I guess it was Different Strokes. But yeah, the 80s had some of the best theme songs, though. 80s and
90s,
early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s. Yes,
by the late
early 90s. Because now theme songs are trash.
Yeah, like early to mid 90s.
And I think to myself now, like how someone went through so much trouble to create this theme song, and I just hit skip intro. All these years later, hit skip intro. And
he did On Our Own, a TV show about St. Louis too. He did On Our Own.
Well, now we got the luxury of hitting skip intro. Back then,
yeah, we have the luxury skip intro. And I'm gonna tell you who fucked up theme songs for me. Orange Is the New Black. Binge watching and watching. So Orange is the New Black comes out. Everybody's you binge watch it, but the fucking theme song was just it was just loud and just not it. And it's like, and it was long. And I'm like, okay, no. And that's when I kind of first started like I think skip intro wasn't even an option then, but I figured out how long it was and just how fast I needed to go to not have to listen to it anymore. So that's kind of where it started. And now I hit skip intro all the time. I feel like on Netflix or even with Hulu, if I'm binge watching a show and like you can tell that I'm sitting there and I've been watching it all this damn time, quit trying to show me the intro. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see the theme song. I've said no 10 times.
Who was that? Seinfeld that just said, "Fuck, I'm just playing this bass guitar."
Yeah, I love
like,
a show
I'm gonna tell the joke. We're just gonna get to the show.
Yep, I love a show that is like, look, y'all ain't listening to this shit, no way.
Yeah,
we gonna get in there.
Yeah, that's right. You ain't listening, no way. You're not gonna remember this shit, no damn way.
I do like H Block and all them. They intro though. They intros dope to me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I catch myself rapping too.
I actually watched that intro.
I be catching myself rapping too.
Me too.
First time I seen the brick, I went crazy.
I'm just saying, sometimes some of them do catch you. I mean, we got Power. Power is his big one.
Yeah, I remember they had Trey Songz.
Oh, and they changed it back.
Joe was back up there.
They got that nigga up out of here.
But most of the time, they make you rock with it, like, and you just gotta. Because remember, they changed theme songs, and people didn't like them for and they just like, we just got.
I like BMF with Charlie Wilson.
BMF's another good one.
I like the BMF one. And the Raising Kanan with 50.
Raising Kanan, like this some good. 50 is good on his intro songs.
Yeah, 50 ain't got to make no more regular music no more. He just got to make TV music.
And I'm good on that 50. You don't have to make any more music.
Just make TV theme songs.
You've done your job for hip hop. Doing what you're doing now. Just stay in that that circle, that place. All right, it's time for let's go to Hot Boys reunion. Did you all get the chance to look at some of the Hot Boys reunion?
I still haven't. I just seen the clips. I haven't watched it yet.
I just came back to Civilization.
You came back from Civilization.
And yesterday, I kind of kept seeing people talk about Juke, and I'm like, and I remember thinking to myself, what the hell is everybody talking about? Oh well. And I went back.
I watched it. I will say, this Lil Wayne's performance proved why they didn't want to perform at the Super Bowl by himself. When everyone else came out on stage, you could tell when Let's Rest the Cash Money came out, the energy of the event changed. Where it was like, oh, it's on. You seeing BG come out. The crowd was into BG. You got to remember, this is probably the first time people really seen him in a major show since he got out of jail.
True. Over 15 years.
And then Turk comes out, people going crazy because Turk ain't been on stage with them since probably 03. Yeah. And then Manny and Baby come out together doing Stay Fly, Get Your Roll on and stuff. And we know they ain't been forming together in about 20 years too.
Yeah. So it's fun for the whole family.
Right. And then Juvie came out and crushed and did, all his joints. And but then Lil Wayne forgot his verse on Loud Pipes, man.
Man, he's so high, he's lighting up a blunt every song.
No, for real. Like they literally had to, and we couldn't get to BG's verse because Wayne forgot. You could tell that they was trying to make a move at the last second.
But he has said, like, there's been interviews where they'll say his lines and he'd be like, I said that. He doesn't remember some of the things that he said. Now, I've argued about this before, right? About like older artists not knowing, like how Shot Khan don't know the lyrics of shit and nobody wants to talk about it. And well, she's been singing it for so long, but you have your songs that you do all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like I'm asking you to remember a song that was on the B-side from your first album that you did before you got your big deal. I'm not asking. In reality, you probably remember that one because of what you had to go through to get to it. But the idea that you don't remember the things that people remember you for the most. So everybody loves like, oh, I love mixtape Weezy. He don't remember that.
Weezy don't remember mixtape.
You don't remember the name of the mixtapes.
So that's a problem in itself. So I hate that his feelings are so hurt by not being able to perform at the Super Bowl. But he wasn't getting that. And it just makes me mad that he thought he was. Like, you weren't getting the Super Bowl. You weren't getting it.
Yeah, and then he said on there that he felt like it was stolen from him. And because when I was like, did someone tell you that you were supposed to do this, or did you assume that they was going to give it to you because you was in New Orleans?
And if you don't, and it's it's the idea that because he's from New Orleans, that he should be the artist to represent New Orleans at the game. However, at other games, they don't get someone from that city or that state. You get the person that is going to get the biggest draw. So with when they had Usher, like, you know, whatever, like that's one, Usher was already on top, but that performance, that's a skyrocket. That took it to another level. Rihanna, same shit. Like, it's you weren't getting it. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
He could have done now by himself. No, as a part of something, possibly, yeah. But it doesn't matter that it's in New Orleans or that it's whoever's playing. Right? Who the hell is playing? I don't know. I really don't know.
We don't know yet.
Oh,
because
it's no idea. I'm sorry. It's only
halfway
through
the season.
I'm sorry. It's
but the show overall was dope. Like the Hot Boys Reunion thing, like that last 30-40 minutes when everybody was together was dope. It's just that little Wayne portion, man, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you see why
you couldn't do this show by yourself. Like, and that's no, I mean, I'm not trying to do this. I'm just saying for a major stage like the Super Bowl, if you see how dry and like it,
you gotta cover that whole field.
Right. And he barely covered the catwalk that was there.
Yeah. Hey, but did y'all see the footage of them rehearsing for the show?
Yes, yeah. Well, it's on Manny Fresh's page.
It was just funny just to see them all.
And you can tell then that Wayne didn't need to be on that Super Bowl stage even from the rehearsals.
Now, what I will say though is, it would have been nice to have a more of a jazzy feel for it.
But you got to remember, To Pimp a Butterfly from Kendrick is jazzy.
Yeah, like the some of that second line feel of stuff, right? Like that, like so that like so again, like there's a okay, you want to be mad? Like Britney Spears ain't out here pissed off that they ain't she couldn't perform
in Nashville. Or she from Memphis? Which one is she from?
Britney, I think it's from
she from like Louisiana, I think.
No, like Britney from New Orleans, I think.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was New Orleans. I knew she was from like.
Oh, she from Macomb, Mississippi.
Okay,
that's close.
But either way, I mean, point is,
that's in the region.
Oh no, she was born in Macomb. Wait, no, she was born in Macomb. Blah 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 blah. Basically, Kentwood, Mississippi, Kentwood, Louisiana, whatever. Yeah, blah blah bluey. She was in Louisiana. Hey. So, but Britney Spears, ain't out here complaining. I can get out there and hit me, baby, one more time, and could.
Hey.
Yeah,
well,
we don't want her to.
Performances. What y'all feel about the Ice Cube and the Fat Joe at the World Series?
My nigga, listen.
Cube did
Who called Fat Joe?
You said what?
Who called Fat Joe? Who said?
Because he's from the Bronx. They try to do the thing that they do for Lil Wayne. Just because you're from the area, they want to hire you.
Who else from the Bronx?
Remy Ma.
KRS-One.
KRS-One. Cardi B's from the Bronx, I believe.
Oh,
Cardi B's from the Bronx.
Yeah, Cardi B is from the Bronx. Yeah. Yeah, they could have got Cardi.
Let me just pull up rappers from the Bronx and see what was our other options.
Like, ain't Jenny from the block? Where's Jennifer Lopez from? Look, point
From the
is,
Bronx. She's from the Bronx.
right. So point is that it did
Swiss
not.
Beats is from the Bronx.
It did not have to be Fat Joe.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have got Alicia Keys out there to do the New York song.
Hey, you could have got Lori Trigg and Peter Guns and let them do that doggone
they was in the stadium.
That's what I'm saying. They from the Bronx. And they from the Bronx.
Yeah. So to have Cube come out, command the entire field by himself doing Bow Down, and it was a good day. At the end of the day, it's the representation of the city, and then two, the familiarity with the artists and the songs. And with Cube, today was a good day. It was a good day transcends culture. Like everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Fuck Fat Joe and Lean Back. I don't even know what he was.
He did the New York song. He did Lean Back, and he did It's All the Way Up. Did he do It's All the Way Up?
I mean, but those is major 3 hits. I mean, what? Yeah. Those are the songs he supposed to. If I was the producer, that would be the 3 songs I told him he needed to do.
Yeah, his performance was just lackluster.
His performance, but the songs were the correct songs, though.
Yeah,
is what I would say. It's a producer in the back mad like, I chose this, but I didn't tell him to do it like that.
But like I said, it's the fact you just had Cube. I mean, if it was short notice, and I mean, Fat Joe wasn't doing shit, so.
I mean, he also did the BT Hip Hop Awards before that at a club at Dre's.
So I wonder if the San Francisco Giants was in it, does E40 perform? Because he's always behind the home plate when they're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
probably.
But see, this is the thing.
No and yes, it's a yes and no situation.
But if we talk about Lil Wayne, isn't Lil Wayne a Green Packers fan? I think that's a part of it too. Like I could see 40 getting a shot if the Super Bowl's at 49ers, because all he rocked was 49ers stuff. Him and his wife beat them games. Yeah. But anything in Bay, he is fully there and been having season tickets for years when they sucked.
An ambassador. Yeah,
he with all the Warriors.
He would have season tickets when the Golden State Warriors sucked. He had courtside tickets.
There are some people who are very, very loyal to their city, their state, like all of that. And E40 is one of those people. Like the Bay, he does not fucking play about the Bay. Period. And like to the point of I'm nobody, but I feel like I need to check in with him if I go.
100% you feel like
I need to call and just be like, hey, traveling with the fam, we're just gonna go, do a little antiquing or something. Wanted to make sure that you're okay with me.
He probably tell you where the antique
at. Mom, E40 says no.
No. He probably tell you where the antique at. He's old enough now. He'd be like, you need to check out such and such and such.
Right, when I'm telling my mom, and he's like, wait, who that? Your mama? Let me talk to her.
Like, tell me where to go.
Right, and now she calling him Earl. Did Earl call back? Earl.
Him and his wife supposed to meet us for lunch.
Girl, I don't know about no E40. He said that the man said his name was Earl. Him and his wife sound real nice. He's like, oh Lord.
She been with him 30-some years.
Yeah, I mean that's
all right, Diddy watch time, y'all. So we will get into the NDAs, y'all, but I mean it's a lot going on. We don't want to have a super long segment for Diddy watch this week. Well, Kaleena Harper has come into the fray now, a member of Dirty Money with
Spare Change.
The other what's the other member? Don Richard that just had a lawsuit as well and has been key in this. I'm playing 2 clips from Kaleena back to back. Just gonna let you get see y'all thoughts. All right, that's the first one. Hold on, I got one more shorter one, and then we're gonna jump into everybody's full thoughts.
Sean has
a lot there to
she is. I don't know what she on. She on.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go right there. All right.
That's all I saw. I wasn't even tripping on what she was saying. She was high.
She was high. Stacey, you.
I just wonder what she took. What is she high on? That's my question, right? What is she high on? Because that ain't weed. That ain't weed. She reminds me of me when my ADHD meds kick in the morning, because they usually like that and the coffee kick in usually at the same time. Mm-hmm. And around 10:30, I am lit. Like, do not like it's very funny. Like, if you get to talk to me around 10:30, you're gonna get like everything just comes out. That's kind of how she just was. Like a little kid just telling you all everything that happened today and ever. It's just and none of it. There was so much that was said about nothing. Yeah. She said, so much.
I didn't get anything of what she was saying because she was so high.
So the least popular person in the group, in
Dirty Money,
Spare Change.
Spare Change. Oh, you changed the group name. Shit.
Spare Change.
You know, like that spare change that be like in your car, in the cup holder that gets dirty, like in dirty pennies.
Yep.
That's what she looked like. Yeah. She reminded me of one of the things we lost in the fire. But these women kill me. Like the whole, just because you didn't see it or it didn't happen to you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Right? Just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like, just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And I love her. As conservative as I am, you know, yes, I used to fuck with bitches. Okay.
Like, damn.
I had no idea that was going to be the next line. I didn't know that that's where we were going with this story.
And that's fine, but it's just weird leading up to.
Right, but continue. Go ahead. And she's like, yeah.
What do you think about
and I'm married, to a man, but and I'm dedicated to him. But if I had to choose, I would choose bitches. Is your husband listening to this?
Her husband like that, but babe, I love you.
Like, and people just assume, because I used to fuck with bitches and I'm married to a man now, that me and my husband be jumping off and shit, doing all that shit. And I mean, yes, me and my husband have had some jump offs. Are you okay? Like, it's Rick James saying that I don't just go around
stepping on Charlie's couch.
I go around, just do stuff to be doing stuff. I've been doing all that. I got more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet in the 80s cap. Wait a minute. Hold on, which one was it? So, like, it's her. So, as conservative as I am, yes, I fuck bitches, and I'm married to a man, and I'm dedicated to him. But if I had my choice, I would fuck bitches.
And Cassie used to give lap dances.
And Cassie, very sweet girl, naive, like to get high. And it's okay.
No, I don't fuck with Don. She a weird bitch.
Yeah, she a weird bitch. Like,
yeah, she was calling Don weird half the time.
Right, like, yeah, I don't fuck with Don like that. Like, nah, I ain't fuck with her. And it's like, ma'am, that $13,000 check that Diddy gave you, is it worth this? Is it worth your soul? Like, because this is not what is happening here. Like, and why did he call you that many times?
I thought that they were saying he was calling Don that many times. I thought they said that he was calling Don that many times, trying to get at. That's what I sent a text message. That was part of the reason. Why did she I don't even think that was supposed to be her. I thought it was someone that was actual person that was, accusing
she was so high she couldn't even answer the question right. Talking about he was calling her back.
That's not what would have been. They wouldn't have, because you were tampering. The whole idea is they thought he was tampering and like trying to influence witnesses. That's why he wouldn't get bail.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is she a witness? We don't know what we have no idea what if
she said she's gonna take the stand. So
that's what I'm saying. So if she's been subpoenaed and he called her 70 times, then that is a problem. Why are you contacting people that have been subpoenaed? So he may have, but again, why did he call you that many times? I haven't called anybody that many times ever about anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to, like, if I call you that many times, like, I'm just not calling you that many times back to back because you've seen my call, right? Like, at this point, I can't get your attention, right? Like, so, yeah, I don't.
And you seen my text message.
Listen, I'll pass. No, thank you. I'll pass on her.
It's just weird though. It's just weird. But remember, she came out before and said some comments of like, "Yeah, I ain't never seen none of that," you know. But previously, but I guess it was her tell-all situation. And then she said, "I mean, if you look at Dawn, don't she look happy?" I was like, "You know that like, do you understand? Just because someone looks happy don't mean that they're not happy." You seen all them pictures with her? Does she not look happy in the pictures?
She always smiling,
right?
That people smile every day and are not happy on the inside. People.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Javon Biz real quick. He said that Kaleena was too ugly to get invited to all that stuff. He was like, that's why she didn't know because she didn't know.
So listen, I was going to say that. I was going to state that, but I chose
beauty's in
not
the eye of
to.
the beholder.
Right, I chose not to because, as we all know, assault has nothing to do with how you look. It's about the power, but that does not deflect from the fact that she is unfortunate looking, and so there's
he was saying like, hey, you know what? Who, like he said there was a meeting amongst all the abusers. It was like, hey, who do y'all want Kaleena? Nah, man. I think I'm just gonna go home. He said one dude was like, I just want to go home. I'm just gonna go home. If she gonna be there, I'm just gonna not come.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home, get some sleep.
Right, I gotta go to the dentist in the morning.
And as far as we're joking, and people, I understand and know the complexity that assault can be anyone. Yeah. It was just that she was so gung ho about how she was at these parties and like how she, you know, I was up in there. It was niggas with niggas, bitches with like, okay, all right.
Right, it was niggas fucking niggas. And as conservative as I am, I mean, yes, I was fucking bitches too.
Cause she loved bitches more than her husband.
Listen, write this down. If her husband steps left, I ain't gonna say if he steps left. No, she got a bitch. She has one. She has one now on the side. I don't know who she has one.
You think so?
She absolutely has a girlfriend. She absolutely has a girlfriend. No, let me say, my people don't sit around talking about, oh yes, I'm with this person, my husband, but if I had to choose, I would be with a woman. I would choose to be with a woman. Who says that though? Right? Like you just don't say that about your partner in general. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm with him now, but if I had to choose, I'd be with this nigga.
I mean, it's really disrespectful because it'd be like, I'm with my lady now, but if I could be at Halle Berry, I would have been in with Halle Berry.
Exactly. So again, and it's not like
the memes. They be like, she ain't the prettiest, but you know she.
That shit, right? So like, and it's, again, even when you say with Halle Berry, right? Like that celebrity, we know that that's not going to happen, right? So it's like everybody know if Jason Momoa show up at the door, I gotta go, y'all. I can't talk. I'm not even gonna say goodbye. I'm gone. That's where did she go? Jason Momoa must have showed up. She just gone. But like I said, I can say, I'm like, I mean, yeah, we together, but but if Jason Momoa, if he come over here, like, but we all know that's never going to happen. Nah, with her, the right bitch show up, she out. She is gone. Why?
Because she didn't say this one woman. She said any woman, basically. That would be like,
listen, because you know why? Because she married her husband because he asked.
Oh no!
She wanted to be a wife.
He asked first.
She wanted to be a wife.
And so, and write this down. There are some people who are bi, whether male or female doesn't matter, but they will choose the hetero type relationship because they don't want the judgment of that same sex relationship. So she may have gotten married to a man because he asked her first. Could be gotten married to a man because he's a man, and marrying a woman ain't always as accepted as people like to pretend that it is. Or I could just be talking out the side of my ass. Who knows? Don't ask me. I don't know shit. Look, world's best ex-girlfriend. Don't ask me shit. I don't know.
All right, our last time before we get into revisit it. Jon B is out here blazing it up here.
Again.
Yeah.
Nigga was just on TV 2 days ago.
He has now claimed that he ain't never been paid for nothing.
This nigga swear he's Shaka Khan. Go ahead.
Wrong thing. Hold on, yo. That was wrong thing. Wrong file.
I'm like, he ain't get paid for that either?
Yeah.
Girl, they ain't paid me for that. My daddy's still waiting on his check.
Look, Jon B is literally, hold on. Here you go. We don't have no producers, y'all. We got to do this all ourselves.
Where's the intern? The body
he got exams, midterms.
I got I would say finals, midterms.
Well, midterms, because he's on quarter system, so
okay.
They a little different. All right. Here we go. Now, I got it. All right, here you go, Mr. Jon B.
26 years later, and you know what I mean, I still haven't been paid a check for my records. You know what I'm saying?
I know. So Babyface was big red. I told
we gotta work some things out.
Wait, you ain't been paid a check from one record?
From any of my records.
Oh, now let's get it.
What?
Yeah, now
Jon B, shut up, man.
Nah.
Jon B.
No, they still have to pay.
I would walk out of this room.
No,
why do you think he lying?
They still have to pay.
That sounds believable.
Every record?
That sounds believable.
Every record, bro.
Nah, there's some type of check.
No, I get checks because I do shows, but I don't get paid for my records.
No publishing, nothing?
I mean, it's not what it needs to be. You know what I mean? It's not right.
So you wrote 100% of records that you're not getting. They're produced. And that's what I'm saying, 100%.
We're working all that out. You know what I mean?
That makes sense in the times of when you signed 96. With somebody and you gave you got a certain advance for your publishing. You got a certain level.
Oh no, it wasn't none of that. It was more of like in the fine lines.
Oh, the fine print as a young man.
Print, like, oh well, in order for you to get paid, we have to recruit these other artists that we signed.
Interesting. Scott, what you got on this? Let's go with you first.
It's still like I'm like what Joe said. It's hard to believe all them records he had, and wasn't he with Babyface?
No,
he wasn't.
He was
That's
not
what
with
he's saying. Babyface is like
not with Babyface. He was with Tracy Edmonds with Yab Young records.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
There has to be that. There got to be the correction.
Did she Pebbles him?
Yeah. So shout out to someone in the group that said like, hey, yeah, didn't they? Pebbles did. She thought it was Pebbles, and I said no, that was Tracy Edmonds. She's like, she probably learned it from her somewhere.
I was like, same bitch.
Hey, they was double dating her in LA.
They was double dating. I was like, you're right, ma'am, you are right. You're right.
See, I didn't know she did the music. I thought she just did the TV shows like the College Hills and stuff.
Oh, Yab Yum Records. They also did the Have Plenty soundtrack. Yab Yum did.
Yeah. She had a label to keep her busy.
Yep.
Babyface like, here, you gonna take Jon.
Just like Kimora had Baby Fat. Give us something to do.
What you say?
Look, you are a person with a lot of money in the music industry, and you have a very pretty wife who needs something to do because you she's too pretty for you. All right, you can she's too pretty for you. You got to give her something to do, keep her busy, and also keep her out of your pocket. So what you do? You give her a record label, or you give her own fashion line. So you give her Baby Fat. Hold
on. Break this. That's a little jewel there she didn't drop, y'all. Go back. She's too pretty for you. You gotta keep her but keep her out of your pocket at the same time. Give her something to do.
Yeah, the baby fats. Who else wife had something back in the day?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a nice long list of them. That ain't just them. It's some regular dudes making 400,000 doing that too. Like that's they're well off, but they ain't that well off, and they doing that right now with that too. Stacey, so is that all men that would do that, or are you saying only certain men would do this, Stacey? That's my one clarifying question.
You gotta keep her busy.
It's in general. This doesn't matter. Because you said she's too pretty for you. What is that?
So in these cases, right, with them, she's too pretty for you, right? And then with Russell fucking Simmons, you have Kamora Lee, who is significantly younger than you are.
Yeah, she half his age.
Half his fucking age, right? So she who knows what the initial attraction was, why, whatever the hell is, but you're getting older and older. And there are things on your body that are going to stop working well before stuff on her body stops working. Okay. Right? Like she's again, she was young when they met. So she's all of her glow up. She's going through that 20 something glow up, that 30 something glow up, like with you. So you got to do something to keep her busy. She's not an idiot. Like these women are not dumb. They're not dumb women at all. So Kamora gets baby fat. And although it wasn't my demographic, I know plenty, or I'm gonna say my demographic, my style, there were plenty of people that I know that bought it. There were plenty of girls who purchased it. It worked for them. Right? Shout out to the girls that got pregnant in high school and used them baby fat coats.
Right. And then Kamora basically
old as hell. Everybody in a little crop, little baby fat coats and shit.
What was she came out another label because I guess baby fat had got too common in her mind, and they came out with was it KSL or KLS? She had like an upper brand line that she came out or like be above baby fat that was more couture.
Don't get me to. I'm not saying that did not happen.
On podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health,
femininity, parenthood, dating,
definitely dating,
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up with both parents, married parents, and then you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, her siblings and my siblings. So so it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens. Yeah. So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But that's womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
I'm saying I don't know the answer, so I'm looking it up. I
just remember Beyonce had the Darion, and then J-Lo has
another Darion disaster. Them shits.
And that's with Levi's.
Darion, that House of Darion was bad stuff.
Yeah,
and then with Ivy Park, I don't.
Yeah, the Kamora Lee Simmons collection, KLSC.
But even still though, Beyonce didn't need a hobby, right?
Yeah,
so she was still
her mama did though. Her mama did.
He needed something to do.
Her mama did though.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, her mama did.
Now,
she divorced her. You got to remember, she's divorcing her dad, and now she hanging out with Beyonce.
Let me tell you something. You just said something on this here podcast. He had to give her mama something to do. I said, Darion, go ahead and go sew. Be like Lisa, the fucking sister. Give her a room and let her go sew some clothes. Yeah. And then now, what does Tina have? Tina now has she has a hair brand. She has Sacred. These expensive ass products, extremely expensive. And even if you are a long story short, Sacred came out within probably a week or two. Our company was I don't want to say a partner, but we are whatever the hell their little pro program is that they have for Sacred. There's no discount on shit. It still costs the same fucking amount. Nothing changes. So But hey, she has something to do. Although it is interesting, Tina Knowles is not a licensed cosmetologist in the state of Texas or California, but that's a story for another day.
Not, you said?
No.
She just called.
Maybe she had it at one point though. Didn't she have a beauty shop?
At some point.
She called with them curlers though.
But yeah, at some point, so let me say this. Absolutely, at some point she was licensed in the state of Texas. She had to have been. She had a shop.
Time to go back and get that to renew that license.
Yeah, but no, it was. How did we end up looking it up? It was me being funny, like of me talking to my best friend, and I said, Tina asked how I ain't even licensed no more, and then he was like, I wonder is she still licensed? And I was like, I wonder if she is. So I look at something that I have to do sometimes is look up cosmetology licenses for people that host classes and stuff like that. But
Tina ain't been licensed since '98.
Yeah, long story short. She ain't give people something to do. You have to keep them busy and keep them out of your business and out of your pocket. So Kimora had Baby Fat, Tracy had her own record label. Some people start cooking. Like now the wives are able to get on TikTok and create their brands that way, and
reality shows,
influencers, and all of that. Give her something to do. Keep her out of your business and out of your pockets. Let her make her own. Because I mean, if she already didn't have a career, right? If she already didn't have, like, if it's somebody that didn't already have a career, like, or something that she wasn't an attorney or whatever the hell, right? Like something that keeps her busy all the time. And she's with you and you're paying for everything, she's gonna be bored as fuck sitting at home. So she can either go farm her, she can either start a business or find somebody, find a yoga instructor.
Savannah started podcasting. LeBron wife.
Savannah is gonna stay home, mind her business, and keep quiet.
She's like, they out there trying to hurt my baby.
Like I said, I don't.
But the difference is, I feel like Savannah and him, they were together so young that it doesn't apply for your the general theory, which you said, Stacey.
I'm like, yeah, Savannah's been around since always, right? So you can play the game of like, well, she knew he was gonna go to the league. We all knew he was going to go to the league.
Right, but he could have blew out his knee and he working at Jiffy.
Like bitches that was fucking with Joe Shelton, bitches that was fucking with Darius Miles. Thought. He's going to the league.
Yeah. And it's a whole bunch of other ones too that, I mean,
Right. So just because I was fucking with you, like, I mean, so who knew? I mean, again, he could have blown out his knee second year, right? Who knew? But that's a real love. But also, I think that's her character. I think she's just not that. Everybody need to see me. Everybody. I don't think that. I just don't think that's her. Like, I don't feel like that's a LeBron thing of him telling her you need to sit down. I think that's just not her. I don't think that she wants to be out be the face of something.
She wants to take care of the house.
I think she's happy. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? Some people want to be in front. Some people don't want to be in front. And some people are happy. And the other part of that is, there could be plenty of things that she does, and again, she just could be behind the scenes with it, like with the school that's out there, right? I don't know what part she has in with the school or any of the foundations that they have. She may be running those.
Mm-hmm.
And to that point, give her something to do.
Give her something to do.
Give her something to do. So with me, everyone knows, like, people asking, like, if you had them, like, if you didn't have to work, what would you do? I'd still volunteer.
Do something.
I would end up having like a nonprofit organization, or I'd have, like, there's a scholarship foundation that I absolutely want to start. There's 2 specific scholarships that I want to create. But that's what I would do. That's what I do with my time. Yeah. So find me a millionaire, baby. All right, give me something to do. Now there's my nonprofit in my office.
Because what is the fear of not having something to do in these men minds?
You get bored. Well, one, if she doesn't have anything to do, it's the boredom of it, right? Because now I'm going to find something to do, and me finding something to do could cost
all the money.
Could cost you money. Because now I gotta find hobby. Like all my new hobbies, stuff that I'm trying that I want to redo the house. I want to redo the house. I want to redecorate. I want to redo the house. So now I'm redoing right.
I want to tear the house down and have a whole new one built.
Exactly. Like, so now I want to redo the kitchen. We got to do these shelves. There are couples who have not made it through a kitchen renovation. Like, I think there are statistics on that of people, like how a kitchen renovation has ruined marriages. Because there's so much that goes in. Because one, you lose your kitchen, and for most people, the kitchen is that's where they eat. People congregate there. It's a huge. It's bigger than living rooms for some people, and
Black household,
right? So you have lost that functionality of the kitchen, and now we got to deal with shelves. You got to deal with whatever appliances that you're going to get. All of that. Kitchen renovations will ruin shit. So, like I said,
unless you want what floor.
So, like I said, so now, like I said, I'm a woman of, I ain't gonna say of means, right? But we're good. I don't have to work, right? I'm good. I'm at home. I'm bored. So now I've redone the house. And you come home, or now I'm doing recipes that I'm finding on TikTok or whatever, right? I'm trying to all these different recipes, and now you are getting really tired of me trying to make these kale meatballs work, okay? And I've gone outside, like I've come up with all these different projects because I'm bored, right? And if I have friends, my friends might work. So if they're working during the day, I don't have anybody to talk to during the day. So I can sit around, I can play on the internet. Maybe that's not something that I care about. So you have to go find something to do. So maybe I go out, so those are the women, maybe those women that you see at Target all the time and all blah, 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 like that's during the middle of the day. She has nothing to do. How are you at Target every day?
You don't have nothing to do.
You don't have nothing to do. You're at Target every day spending money. Right now, it's not like, and again, you're at Target. Maybe I want to go to Starbucks. Okay, well, why do you have a cart
at the Target?
At the Target, you have nothing to do. You gotta find something to do. And as someone who will spend her own money on dumb shit because I'm bored and have nothing to do. Same principle. The principle I need to find something to do. So whether it's this man's money or it's my own, I have now found something to do. The other day, people were like, "Oh, like I've made a post about getting me Etsy gift cards. Give me Etsy gift cards." Why? Because it's all these different templates and stuff I can get on Etsy.
Yeah.
All right. Our last topic this week, since Quincy Jones is passing, we're going to review and revisit Q's Juke joint.
Yay!
The 1995 album. We'll go through this, but this was like the quintessential Quincy Jones album because we were fully high school, stuff like that. We're buying music at this point.
Yeah.
And look, he had 3, 4, 5 singles off of here that was running on radio for a year or two, like straight.
Yeah, that was our introduction to Mia.
Yep.
Because she was pretty Canadian girl.
Yep. And so did Grant Hill get introduced to her this time as well. He saw her like we all did. So the first
was like, Regine, like get on over here.
Look, during that time, he might have been. I think he might have been already to me at that time.
Let's see. So this came out 95,
95, 96, something like that.
Yeah, so in my 95. So yeah, I think he put a move on that part real quick.
They got married in 99. They got married in 99.
Ah, yeah. So yeah, they dated for about 3 years.
Yep. It was the year after that. He's like, hey, can you get Quincy a call? Who was that little young lady on that?
They got married right
Anita
with
Baker introduced Tamia to American basketball player Grant Hill through a blind date in Detroit in '96.
Because he played for the Pistons.
Yeah, he's for the Pistons. They got married when he went to Orlando.
Yep. After a courtship of about 3 years, the pair eventually married July 24th, '99 at a private reception in Battle Creek. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so he really did get her right after that.
Yeah, the couple initially resided in Detroit, but later relocated to Orlando when Hill left the Detroit Pistons to sign with the Orlando Magic team. Yep. And they got married, and he'd been injured ever since. Once he got
right. But he got them checks though. Those are all the checks.
Once he seen them legs, once Stranger in My House came out, Grant ain't been back on that court. Them legs was out. She had them legs out.
Oh, and he was like, you already have something to do though. I gotta be where you at doing what you do.
Yeah, look.
It's crazy, man. Me and my wife was just talking about Tamia, like how she stays relevant. Like every 2-3 years, she just pop up with a single. Like she got the new slide.
Yeah, every couple of years, Mia pops out with a new song, and then be like, "Well, all right then, y'all.
I see y'all in a few years."
Yeah, I'll be back, and go back home to her husband and mind her business, and we don't see them again. Like, well, she'll make a little video or something and post it, but
yeah, and I think he on TNT.
TNT, and he's on an NCAA tournament too on CBS.
And part owner of the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting back, collecting checks, minding their damn business.
So the first song was Q's a juke joint intro. So this supposed to be set up. The whole premise of this is basically a juke joint in the South, but it's Q. So all these different people coming to perform at his juke joint, and he's the producer arranger. So he's got like everybody that's on the album, damn near give him a shout out at the beginning of the album, or people he's cool with. Then he starts out with Let the Good Times Roll, Stevie Wonder, Bono, and Ray Charles, which was a super at the time it was like Bono. How did if three people walk into a bar, Bono isn't the one I'm thinking that'd be with the two blind men, unless he worked with them at the blindness center. Like he was like their surrogate or the person that helps out the blind dudes. Like
handler.
Yeah, they handler. That's what it felt like with Bono. Obviously it's a dope song. He's it's gives you a good measure of what you're gonna look for in his album, because it gives you the juke joint feel, the jazzy type feel. Next up was Tone Loc, Queen Latifah, and Nancy Wilson. Cool Joe, Mean Cool, Joke Killer Joe. So this is a dope concept if you think about it. You're talking about Tone Loc, Queen Latifah, Nancy Wilson. So it's like a juke joint. It's like these random people. I'm thinking it's like his concept was, I'm gonna put these random people together on songs and just match them together. I mean, this might have been the last time we heard from Tone Loc, to be honest with you.
Musically.
That's what's on musically.
Yeah.
We heard from Tone Loc.
He doing voices.
Is he still doing voiceovers?
Yeah, he has performed like with those 90s tours.
Okay.
He does get on those 90s tours. So they usually go on tour like in the spring and in the summer.
Okay, because those are good money for those guys doing the 90s tours.
I know Hammer was on one of them a couple years ago because my sister, she went out to Riverport to see her. It was about maybe 2-3 years ago.
Oh, at Riverport?
Mm-hmm. I think it was like Hammer, New Kids on the Block, and somebody else. It was like Paul Abdul, something like that. Like all 90s.
It'd be some weird, there'd be some weird combination too with that sometimes. Then next up, we talked about it a little bit, but we can get into this song. This a beautiful song. To me, You Put a Move on My Heart, which was actually written by Rod Temperton, the silky white boy from
that man.
From Heat Wave.
That man just can write a song.
Oh man, I mean, like that song is a beautiful ass song.
Come on,
it is. Like it is a. I love that song, and I want to say, if I didn't play it in the car like me and Big Sip's like second date. If I didn't play it then, I think like maybe like within like that week, I think I maybe sent that song to him. I think I sent it to him.
Beautiful song, man.
Yeah.
And then like that bridge at the end though, where she's humming it. Oh, yep.
Make you want to slow down.
Yeah, man.
Make you want to be like, come here, girl.
Make you want to love some damn body.
Yeah. Yep.
Make you want to love. I'm telling you, Grant probably heard that song and was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and lock this down real quick. Because I don't even think, like, I'm not thinking about Grant and Smith. I'm like, I don't remember her ever dating anybody else. Like, I don't remember
her album didn't come out in '98. He got with her before the album came out. You said they dated for 3 years. They got married in '99. Her album came out in '98. He was already with her. He was like,
let me like this. With So Into You and all.
Yep. He was like, nah, before all that stranger in my house, he locked it down before all that.
I know that's right.
But you know what? But you gotta think, that was her only song was Put a Move in My Heart. Grant was still like,
yeah, he was like the face of the NBA. He was like one of the faces of the NBA.
Right. But he had an inkling like, check this out. So when your album was dropping, they talking about like 98, 90. Okay, that's cool. So you my girl now. It's 97. You my girl now.
And Grant come from that 2-parent household where he really,
and it came from money.
His mom was like, if you like this girl, you better take her on some dates.
And this came out. The album didn't even come out until the end of November '95.
Right.
So
I remember it was like right before Christmas time.
And I think hers was the first single though, I believe, on here.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Then it was the one with Babyface.
Mm-hmm. Then you get back to back. So we'll talk about that thing. Let's run through them. Then next was Rock With You, Brandy and Heavy D, which is an interesting combination for the time of what to combine those artists together on the song. And it's cool. I mean, Brandy was the darling. Of course, you want to do that. Heavy D is going to give you some nice tracks. Rod Temperton is writing it. I mean, what else you going to do?
Yeah, Brandy was the sweetheart.
QD3 slid in there on a production with his daddy.
Like, Daddy, I got these drums I got.
You need some drums, Daddy. You need some drums.
Dad, you need some 808s on that.
Then I know we've been talking bad about this brother, but this song, the Moody's Move for Life.
Moody's Move for Love. I absolutely love this song. I love this version so much. So much. But again, Stacey's a Brian McKnight fan. Yes. There is a video of them performing this on Oprah. So it's Brian McKnight, Take 6, and Rochelle Farrell is not on that episode.
Oh,
it's
really?
Patty Austin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Rochelle Farrell wasn't. She just may not have been available that day. Yeah. But basically, it was them talking about Q's Juke joint, and so there's a performance of that. But you hear the song and you hear the harmony, but to watch it and to see Take 6, and you're realizing, holy shit, wait a minute, that's not an instrument.
That's their voices.
Like, again, so like I said, you hear the song, you get it, but when you see the performance, you're like, oh, But no, I love it. And the shout out to the Cosby Show. Because the episode that has Nancy Wilson on it is the first time that I'd ever became aware of this song. First time I'd ever heard it. I don't know how I ended up I know I heard this album, but I didn't pay attention to it on this album. Somehow I ended up hearing the version, or maybe some kind of way I saw that Oprah clips, whatever, and found it, and now it's in constant rotation. Like, I absolutely love this version of Moody's Mood for Love by James Moody. It's Brian McKnight, singing the first verse, Rachel Pharrell's on the second, and Take 6 is doing all of the background and harmony on it. And it's just good.
Yeah, it's just next level.
Like
now, this was one of the ones I did not like, particularly the Stomp remix. It's not a remix. It's the remake of the Brothers Johnson version of Stomp. And he just threw a whole bunch of rappers on here and sing it. This was like, hey, I get the concept. It's a juke joint. So it's supposed to be like just random people come up to the stage and performing songs together in a kind of a juke joint style. I just didn't like the combination of all this. I'm going to be honest with you.
It was too much.
It's a lot. It's just a lot.
Why is Shaq on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, Loonies, Charlie Wilson. There's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. The Loonies. That's what I'm saying. It was a lot going on.
He was going with the people that had like big singles because they had fives on it.
I'm not mad at what he just tried, but it was just too on that song to be damn near 7 minutes long, and you got 30 different artists on there. It was not needed.
We need Shaka Khan and Coolio.
Hey, see if Drew Downs available.
You know who we need? Yo-Yo and Melly Mel.
We need Rapid Forte.
That's correct. So yeah, there's just a lot happening there.
Then the next song is "Do Nothing To." You hear from me, Phil Collins. Look, I am a Phil Collins Genesis, apologist for anything they do. This is just an okay song, but I'm not going to talk about it bad.
Hey, yeah.
There you go. That's my review of the song. It's fine. Next was "Is It Love That We're Missing?" Gloria Estefan and Warren Weeby. I actually really like this one.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
we don't talk about Gloria Estefan enough, and I don't like it.
The original J-Lo.
Original J-Lo.
Well,
it's not being.
That actually
Stefan and Miami Sound Machine.
It was the Miami Sound Machine.
We don't talk about Gloria Estefan coming out of the dark. Y'all don't know that she was in a bad car accident. Okay, and they couldn't walk and had to perform. Like she came back out, and her song was called "Coming Out of the Dark" because she was walking again. I don't know that the people stood up and cheered.
She plays the instruments. Plays instruments too. Unlike Juke. I'm just saying. All right, this next one is one of my favorite songs, but it's so controversial now in the year of 2024. But I love this song, "Heaven's Girl." Now, Rod Temperton did write it, produced by the great the illustrious R. Kelly. But featuring the legends Ron Isley, Aaron Hall, Charlie Wilson. Man, I can't. This is when we talk about like there's certain R. Kelly songs I can't give away. This is one of them right here. Because I don't think, I don't feel like Aaron Hall actually work together. Yeah, but I feel like this is a Ron Isley and Charlie Wilson song.
Yeah, I mean, the agreement, I always say it is. The agreement is solo work is one thing, right? It's another thing when it's him and other people or something that he wrote or something that he produced, because that you lose ridiculous amount of stuff, right? So we can't, you wrote it and somebody else sang it. I'm not going to penalize that person because you wrote that song, right? Like, but again, I'm not searching for your music. And that's it. So if you like the song, you can like the damn song.
Yeah, but this song was this is like the quintessential Quiet Storm of the 90s song. Right. You know, I mean, you got Naomi Campbell in the background, you know, doing her thing. Like, it's just
yeah, Mr. Biggs in the juke joint.
Actually, low key, this is how they met. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because he started doing Mr. Biggs right after.
Right. This is how they met, doing Q's juke joint. And because he worked with Charlie Wilson too.
Yeah.
All of them was like, brother, we'll take all your songs.
So it's like R. Kelly and Aaron Hall, and like, was they just sitting there looking at each other like, you dirty motherfucker, like just looking like twins, just.
Like I'm talking about the Spider-Man, like
Two
the Spider-Man.
bald just looking at each other.
All right, next up was Stuff Like That. Charlie Wilson, Ray Charles, Brandy, Shaka Khan, and Ashford and Simpson. This one actually makes
all over this album.
Yeah, Ashford and Simpson.
Yeah, because you got to remember, this is Charlie trying to come back. If you remember, because remember he ended up being on Mia X's joint right after this too. It was the in between the non-Gap Band thing, and then early 2000s when he came back fully.
And he did wasn't he on Snoop's second album on the Godfather?
Yep, on the Godfather. Yeah, this because Charlie wasn't seen for a while. You gotta remember Charlie. I mean, when the Gap Band last good hit was like 88.
Yeah,
Charlie's
he was
like
young.
2003.
Yeah, and there was like the addiction stuff, but then the highlight was because with him being with the Gap Band and those songs, and that people like Snoop and that generation, that Gen X generation of people who I just lost the light. Oh well, of people who knew those songs and the ability to be able to work with him were like, oh, I definitely want to work with Charlie Wilson. Why not? Why wouldn't? So just like, oh, I can work with Anita Baker. Cool. Like now, true enough, Anita be on some bullshit these days, but overall, right? The idea that, oh, Anita, yeah, absolutely. And Anita may not have had a song in how long, but just being able to have that bring him back. So like, yeah, he's all over this album. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he was trying to get himself, but he's like, man, I left my brothers. I got to do some stuff for myself now. I mean, because then Computer Love was one of his kicks off too, being on his own as well with Zapp and Roger. Computer Love, and kind of leaving the brothers for a minute. And then you got to remember, he really rejuvenated. I just thought about it during the fucking Sinbad cruises. He talked about that. When he, what was it Sinbad?
No, Tom Joyner.
No. Sinbad things come on HBO. That's where Charlie really came back out at. It was Sinbad when he used to be in Aruba and stuff. Like
I think I know what you're talking about.
They used
I
to
just
come
don't
on
remember
HBO.
the name of it. I remember seeing Sinbad like on a beach or something, on a cruise.
Yeah, hold on. I'm finna tell you what they were called. It was Sinbad. It was Sinbad Summer Jams. Sinbad.
Okay.
Summer
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and they used to be big on there. Like El DeBarge came back out on. Like he really was like getting like these soul artists that wasn't known. Or not would say they were known, but like giving them to another group of set of people to be able to come out, and they all end up coming out with more music again. But next up, Slow Jams. I didn't realize SWV is considered on a credit on here. SWV. I just thought Babyface.
Background vocals.
Yeah, why is Tamia not listed on here for this on here? This is Tamia on here.
Yeah, it's basically Tamia and Babyface.
Oh shit, that's right. They redid it. The original version has Coco on there. That's right. They redid it and added Tamia.
I always thought it was Tamia.
No, the original version's got Coco on it. I forgot that. That's right. There's another version with Coco. The album version has Coco on there.
And the single version is
Tamia joint. They remixed it. I believe that's when Coco was pregnant. Because that is around the same time when she was pregnant in the Blackstreet video for Tonight's the Night remix, where she only could sit in the chair because she was pregnant.
Written producer Rod Simonton vocals for the song were initially recorded by Babyface, Portrait, Barry White, and Coco. A remix version released in 1996 as the album's second single replaced the latter's vocals, so talking about Coco, with Tamia. A commercial success, it peaked at number 2 in New Zealand, blah, blah, bluey. But it don't say, I mean, maybe she was pregnant. I don't know, but I don't know.
Couldn't be the video.
This one of the ones I mean, Coco probably would have did well, but it was something about Tamia on there that made it slap.
Like the voice a little softer.
Yeah, but she got a powerful voice, but a little bit softer. Yeah, and I love Coco. Don't get knocked.
Like that Shantae Moore type,
Yeah. And Coco might have overpowered it, and it needs to be a sexy song. I'm wondering. Maybe she didn't. I mean, I'm gonna have to listen to the original version now again.
I don't think I only remember the version.
Yeah, I do. Right. I do remember when my cousins behind this and was mad because the Coco version was on there. Like, I didn't get Tamia, and I got to buy the single to get the Tamia version.
I just always thought it was Tamia because I heard it on the radio and I saw the video.
Right. And if you can get caught up like that, if you just like, oh, I know this on the album. You know how some people, we ain't even look at the album crazy to make sure the song we had was on there. He just saw the slow jams on there. Like, cool, I know. That's it. I'm up in there.
That's how they used to play us with the re-releases. You get we talked about that with Bone, like with you Crossroads. With Crossroads.
But that one was. I feel like that one was different because that was like their third single at that point. If you had the album already,
but the point is though, is that depending on when you got the album, sometimes you may get a different version or.
You got the album within the first 6 months. You got the original version. Then the video came out.
If you buy it now, you're not getting
the original version.
You're not gonna know nothing about Wiley.
Yeah.
At all if you buy it then. So but who knows why that's interesting. I wonder why they changed it.
See, that's the type of stuff we supposed to be asking Quincy. Quincy, what happened? Because I'm sure Coco and Tamia ain't talked since then until like these 90s. Until these 90s.
Coco can't stand to me. It's like that for when I see it with your basketball husband.
You stole my song. Yeah. And look, Portrait got pushed out too. How did Portrait get pushed out?
You know about Here We Go Again, Portrait?
Yeah. They were on the original slow jam.
That part. Right.
Then the last song was At the End of the Day, Toots Thielemans, Barry White, and Mervyn Warren, which was basically a dope gospel song to get us up out of here. With Barry White doing a gospel song. Would you mean we all going to heaven if Barry's singing the gospel for us? But no, man,
it was coming off that crazy album that he had with the song. Practice What You Preach.
Yeah, that was his first Grammy for that song.
Damn,
that was his first Grammy. I remember that being like a big deal. That was Barry White's first Grammy was Practice What You Preach. Out of all them years,
like all them songs.
Yep. That is it. Rest in peace to the great Quincy Jones. We had to make an audible on that. I mean, the brother gave us a lot. We could at least review one of his albums.
I got one question though, Quincy Jones, man. How soon do we get the biopic? If we get one. It's gonna be about 5.
I don't think the Jones family letting that happen. I think you'd have to have some people from the Jones family pass away.
Yeah.
I don't think Rashida and all them will let that happen. QD3 and all them. I don't think maybe another Doc.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just saying with the biopics.
Nah.
Everybody doesn't need a biopic. Like if I appreciate a regular documentary. I don't need a biopic about everybody. Like I don't need to see someone portray you. Hey,
they already had Lorenz Tate do it in Ray. He was playing the young Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to see.
Like I don't need to see a Prince one, to be honest with you. I don't need to see a Prince. I do
only one I do need a Rick James biopic.
Ooh.
I want a Rick James biopic.
I forgot. Tyrese claimed that he's supposed to be playing that.
I thought it was
how many people is Tyrese trying to play?
No, he's supposed to be doing both.
No,
he's cool with James' daughter. Yeah,
I don't care. No.
I mean, do we need a Teddy P documentary? To be honest with you,
we got the doc. I know he was.
The doc was good enough for me. I learned a lot about Teddy P.
I haven't seen the doc. Wait a minute, hold on.
Showtime.
Somebody got it. Hold on.
Yeah, it goes through his whole life, Stacey. I was like, why we need the movie? I got this documentary on Showtime.
That's what, I would rather watch the documentary. I need to know the facts before I see the dramatization of
biopic coming up next year with his nephew. Wow.
Yeah,
I was cool with the American Dream.
Yep, I was cool with that one.
They could have kept Flex though on that VH1 movie.
Yeah, shout out to Flex. He said that he thought it was gonna be different.
Yeah, I listened to it on tape.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
feel bad for him a little bit.
I just listened to the Chinese episode.
That was good too. Good. I do wish they would have asked her about is this love for you, because you can't find that on streaming. The Meteor Man joint. I saw her online say she got to re-record it. She's gonna re-record it for it could be on streaming.
Oh gosh.
But that is it for another episode on Listen to 90s Music. Where can people hit you up, Stacey?
Cash App, $, Stacey Adams, Stacey with the E, Adams with the Z. Because
just had a birthday. Happy birthday!
I just had a birthday, and Quest Diagnostics said it's gonna cost $237 to get my blood drawn. So after insurance.
Hey, send her that money so she can get that blood work done.
That's what I'm saying.
Blood work. Where can you get your Scott?
Hit me up everywhere, man, especially in the group. I'm finna get in there in about a few minutes.
Yeah.
Keep y'all entertained and engaged.
Yeah, and go online. Go online. Like y'all, everybody's online, obviously. Facebook.com. Only listen to 90s music. Man, shout out to all the people that's inviting more people and stuff, like on their own, Appreciate y'all. You just gotta answer a couple of questions when you come in the door. And unless you get invited by somebody, it's like a friendship thing. Like, man, they cool.
Like my friend invited me.
Right. It's all right, cool. I ain't mad. Look.
Like we just ask. Like it's just a question.
It's real easy questions,
Yeah. Like, you could be like, I don't know, nobody. Okay.
Cool. I found y'all on Facebook. That's
great. Enjoy the group.
It's great. Just asking. All right. Like, and it's just it's our way of doing social listening. It's the lazy way of us doing it without us having to pay to find out how you found us.
And to keep bots out.
Yeah. And keep bots out. But yeah, like just asking, like just want to know. Or with a group that I ran, it actually helped us keep tracking the media. Like people like, there was another podcast that mentioned you, or it was a magazine article. I heard about it on this. Oh, did you? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know we was there. Oh.
Right. Good looking. I need to look it up. Man, we appreciate y'all listening as always, and we'll be back. Peace.
All right.